These young men decided to escape from the court to avoid jail time, but they didn't expect the judge to take off his robe and run after them. It was a completely normal day for R.W. Buzzard. The judge just had a few cases to settle in court, and nothing led him to suspect that anything strange could happen.
It was a normal, I think one was in on the first appearance on a new charge, and the other one was in on for failure to appear, so we were setting conditions of release.
At that moment, however, only one thing was going through Cody Howard and Tanner Jacobson's mind.
We were sitting there on the benches together, and he's like, I'm gonna run.
I said, what am I doing? What did I just do? I gotta go with it now. There's nothing, I can't stop right here. There's nothing I can do now. I'm screwed.
Seeing them run, the judge had only one impulsive reaction, because he didn't want other people to be in danger.
The first thing I thought was, they're not really going to do this, are they? And the second thing I thought immediately thereafter was, I hope they don't hurt anybody while they're doing this. And that was my main concern, because as you see, when they leave the courtroom, that's public area. The stairwell, thankfully, was empty, because they slammed through that door at the top of the stairwell, and we always have people coming up and down. So my first concern was for the safety of anyone that they might come across.
The chase was intense, and that's because as soon as they left the courtroom, the judge knew he had to catch them. Both Cody and Tanner ran through the lobby in desperation, and they didn't even care if one of them fell. They had to keep running to achieve their goal. Once on the stairs, the trip became complicated. With the judge behind them and their hands tied, they had to jump several steps to speed up the pace. The mission really seems impossible, since they don't know the way well. On top of that, the judge was breathing down their necks. Once on the second floor, Tanner manages to open the emergency door and get out into the open. But Cody was on the other side, who'd end up being caught by the brave judge.
Give him a little shove to slow him down, and then just grab him, and we kind of fall out the door and hold him until law enforcement got there.
The lawyer's action shocked everyone, but what was most striking was why these young people decided to undertake an escapade that had very little chance of being successful.
It was just a split-second, decision. I don't even know why I did it. I would be out of here if I wouldn't have ran.
I didn't try to escape to get out. I tried to escape to get well, and I tried to do what I could, do what I could do to get my drug addiction.
However, apart from that, what also generated a lot of reactions was the judge's attitude, who would take care of the two escapees. However, when the judge decided to go out after them, it became clear that it wouldn't be like that.
What the heck is a judge doing chasing down guys who are running out of court?
In addition to our judicial duties, we also have an administrative task of being in charge of court security. And the transport officer who had those individuals also had two others. We don't have a bailiff, and law enforcement is not on our floor that day, so I thought it was necessary to find out where they were going at the very least and protect anyone in their path if I could.
The situation was truly surreal. The fact that a person who's in a position that's recognized for its solemnity would go out after two petty criminals attracted a lot of attention.
So, as you're running down the stairs, are you saying anything to them?
Yeah, I'm yelling to both of them as we're going down the stairwell to stop. They're not going to go anywhere. They're making things worse, and all the way down the stairs.
Did you have to tackle Cody Howard?
No, I didn't have to tackle him to the ground. I just got him in a bear hug. He wasn't able to fight back much because his wrists were shackled, and then to his waist, they just didn't have leg irons on.
As for Cody and Tanner, only one managed to escape, but after running a few blocks, he realized that what he was doing didn't make any sense. So he decided to turn back and accompany his escape partner. Apparently, they didn't count on the fact that their actions would lead them to face even more jail time. Of course, their attempt to run away got them into even more trouble.
The two now face new charges of second-degree escape. That's a felony. They were in that courtroom only on misdemeanors.
Courts and trials are usually places and moments where respect and solemnity are maintained. However, there have been many instances where judges such as R.W. Buzzard go completely off script and expose all their emotions and the sense of justice that fills them every day. Despite the fact that they must be objective, there are criminals who end up making them completely lose it.
You gutted him like a fish in that apartment too. You were relentless. You stabbed, you stabbed, you stabbed, you stabbed, you stabbed until he was dead.
However, the judge's rebuke didn't end there. The case had really impacted him, and the culprit had upset him enough to wish her the worst.
I agree with the family. I hope you die in prison as well. You know, if this was a death penalty state, you'd be getting the chair.
Just as one expects judges to have a demeanor that's in line with what their office is all about, it's difficult to do so when they are confronted with defendants that are disrespectful or overbearing.
No, I'm not. I'm not under oath.
All right, raise your right hand. I'm going to swear you in.
I'm not under oath.
That's your bad finger. I didn't appreciate that. But go ahead. I'm going to swear you in.
You're going to threaten me like you did the other day?
Threaten you to participate?
No, you threatened my life the other day.
Thank you.
I am not under oath. This is being done unconstitutionally. Y'all took my kids unrightfully. You want to allow my witnesses here?
Sure, maybe he had every right to be angry, but he couldn't enter the court with that attitude. And that's how, on a daily basis, we experience moments that are totally out of context in courts around the world, like the case of R.W. Buzzard, who had to run after two prisoners so that they wouldn't escape and would be able to be sentenced.